Ladies and gentlemen, today let us discuss motives and realism. Motives of international actors. And major international actors are states. In other words, today we are going to discuss motives of states and realist theory. In realism, motives of states are important. The question is to what extent we can explain international relations with the help of structural realism. How far we can go with purely structural theories, that is, how far we can go with anarchy, the distribution of capabilities, and nothing else. Not very far, Scott Burchell argues. State motives are essential. The prisoner's dilemma and the security dilemma suggest the centrality of state motives. Abstracting from or assuming motives. Waltz claims to abstract from every attribute of states except their capabilities. It is suggested by his talk of units. In fact, however, his theory is based on assumptions about states, and Waltz admits it, and that his theory is built up from the assumed motivations of states. But there is a huge difference between abstracting from all particulars and assuming certain ones. And the substance of realist assumptions about states accounts for much of the distinctive character of the theory. Anarchy alone does not produce Hobbes' war of all against all. It arises from equal individuals who are driven by competition, diffidence, and glory, and who interact in anarchy. Homeric heroes seek glory through great deeds. Hobbesian egoists are driven by a fear of violent death. Nietzschean individuals are driven by a will to power and homo economicus. But these heroes, egoists, and individuals may behave very differently in the same anarchic structure. As Butterfield puts it, wars would hardly be likely to occur if all men were Christian saints. Christian saints compete with one another in nothing, perhaps, save self-renunciation. Even Waltz admits this. Although he repeatedly claims to be to the contrary. Considering the international structure, we can describe and understand the pressures states are subject to. We cannot predict how they will react to the pressures without knowledge of their internal dispositions. If all attributes of states are taken into account while theorizing, but their capabilities are not taken into account, then the theory will not have the power to predict or explain international relations. Thus, in practice, Waltz relies heavily on knowledge of or assumptions about the interests and intentions of states. Other realists also do so. If assumptions about state motivation are simple, clear, and coherent, and if they apply to all units in the system, the resulting theory will still be very strongly structural. To theorize on the basis of state motives, the easiest way would be to assume a single motive. States are unitary actors with a single motive, the wish to survive. But if states seek only survival, there will be no aggression. Introducing acquisitive motives makes the theory more realistic. Acquisitive motives mean that states want to acquire many things, including wealth, benefits, power, domination, etc. Waltz claims that states at minimum seek their own preservation and at maximum drive for universal domination. The first concern of states is to maintain their positions in the system. The motive of preserving one's relative position, however, is neither survival nor domination. Mearsheimer argues that the risk to survival may be even greater if states aim to maximize their relative power position over other states. Waltz also claims that states have other motives as well. They have motives of seeking wealth, advantage, and flourishing, peaceful coexistence, and peace and prosperity. That states want to protect their sovereignty, autonomy, and independence, and that states act out of pride. Some of the states seek survival, some of the states seek to maintain their relative position, some of the states want to improve their welfare, some other states have the motive to achieve universal domination. Thus, predicted behavior will vary dramatically among states belonging to these categories. In the next session, we will discuss theory of balance of threat. Thank you.